Richard Martin with Rene Robert and Perreault getting assists, I do believe.
Well, the goal is Martin's 4th of the year, and the time. There's another shot on goal from the point, and the Sabres have come out flying. In front, Perreault tried to tip it in. Dennis Ochar. And you'll notice a lot of Penguins wearing helmets tonight that haven't worn them before this. Here's Keogh at the near side boards. Threw it out in front, a shot, go! Kelly! Kelly on a great centering pass from Keogh, and it's a 1-1 hockey game, and we haven't played a minute, Jack.
Well, that's the best thing that could have happened to the Penguins as we watch the instant replay. Rick Keogh throws the puck out in front, and Kelly comes in late and lets it go. The most dangerous man in hockey is a player coming in late, and that has to be a morale lifter for the Penguins. When you get scored upon early in the first period, such as they did, and to come back within a minute. Actually, we still have 41 seconds left to go in this period, and it's a played actually, and it's a 1-1 hockey game.
Well, the goal will be Kelly's 1st of the year from Keogh at 41 seconds. And what a big one. Got the Penguins right back in the game, and as Jack Riley predicted, he thought both teams would break out of their scoring droughts tonight, and it certainly looks that way. 1-1. And we have just now played 1 minute of the first period. Sabres trying to get out of their own end. That's Richard, number 9. Got it ahead to Don Luce at center. Luce got around Anderson, centering pass. Nothing going on there. Here's a chance, a shot, and a great save by Wilson, and he covered up the rebound. With number 15, Gary McAdam, parked on his doorstep. But this is wide open hockey. Dunk Wilson has had to make 3 great saves already in the first minute and 15 seconds. Don Luce against Sil Apps in the circle to our right of Wilson. Dunk clears it near side boards to Pronovo. He got it out to center ice. Played there by Jacques Richard, number 9. That's Fogelin, number 5, loses the puck. Now on the right side, Pronovo drive. Stick save made by Desjardins. And now McNabb trying to get out. Gets it to center ice. He's run in there by Corrigan along the boards. Sabres come up with a loose puck. Luce got it ahead to shot by Richard from the near side boards. Wilson. And Stackhouse is dumped in behind the Pittsburgh goal. No penalty call. Tipped away there by Stackhouse to Corrigan. Defense trying to get out of their own end. Stackhouse losing the puck in his skates. Now Corrigan has it back at center ice. Left wing pass. Pronovo too far for him into the corner. Pronovo still controlling in behind the goal. App put it right in front, and it was cleared away by Fogelin. Here's a point drive by Anderson. Score! Still Apps! I believe it was a rebound, and Apps tucked it in behind Desjardins. They may give it to Anderson all the way, but let's look at it.
Well, Pronovo got the puck in front of the net, and here we'll see him with it now. And he passes it back to Anderson at the point. He lets a low one go, and we're not sure whether Sil Apps tipped it in or not. And we'll wait for the official scoring. You can see Sil tucked in there. So, Sam, we played 2 minutes and 11 seconds. We've seen 3 goals already. Fortunately, 2 of them have been for Pittsburgh. And we'll wait for the announcement.
Season, scored by number 7, Russ Anderson.
They give it to Anderson. Pronovo will draw
Anderson
1 assist.
From Pronovo.
The only assist, and that will be the first National Hockey League goal for the youngster out of the University of Minnesota. And Jerry Desjardins is skating to the Buffalo bench, and Al Smith, the ex-Penguin, is going in. And I just have to wonder, Jack, whether this change is being made because of his play or perhaps because of a physical condition that we're unaware of.
Well, it's hard to tell. Maybe Floyd Smith is trying to get the club settled down, but nobody likes to get yanked in the middle of a period. I don't care who you are, and especially with his record, but that doesn't mean a thing in this game.
Al Smith, the ex-Penguin, now in goal for the Buffalo Sabres as Desjardins is yanked 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the first period. Pittsburgh 2, Buffalo 1. We have the makings of a slugfest. Ochar's drive, and Bianchin just missed the rebound. He would have had a great chance. Now Andre Savard coming back for Buffalo. Savard acquired for McNabb in an off-season trade from the Boston Bruins. Burroughs blocks that pass. And here's Ronnie Schock in a helmet. So we've seen Schock in a helmet tonight in Ochar. And when was the last time you saw that? Centering pass. Here's a chance now. Bianchin's drive. Score! Wayne Bianchin. And Smith was screened all the way. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh.
Well, Wayne Bianchin has found the range, Sam, and as we watch the instant replay where the puck comes out in front of the net here, and you'll see Bianchin come into the picture right now. Bianchin comes in, picks up that loose rubber, and he has a good look. and he fires it through a maze of hockey players. And we played only 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and the Penguins have gone into a 3-2 lead here, or 3-1 lead. And the fans in Buffalo Auditorium are not very happy. They booed when Jerry Desjardins was yanked, and they booed when the third goal went in.
Well, it's Bayanchin's 6th of the year, assist to Chapman and Schock. 2:52 of the period. Pittsburgh 3. Would you believe? Buffalo 1. The Sabres were the first to get on the board in this game. 13 seconds, in fact, into the period. But the Pens have answered with a vengeance. Kelly, Anderson, and Bayanchin have answered Rick Martin's opening goal. There's a break in the action. The score, Pittsburgh 3 and Buffalo 1.
Wow, what a ride. What a car. Jeannie's dad's letting us use his new 77 Olds 88 on our honeymoon.
It's so quiet and comfortable.
Back home, the Grand Olds gang is telling everybody to come in and test drive the new 88s, because you won't believe the ride till you try it.
It's true. And tell them about the room.
Well, there's plenty of room inside, but wait till you see what the trunk holds.
Mother!
My, but it was a smooth ride, wasn't it?
After the face-off, the Pens clear the puck into the Buffalo zone, and Smith had to come way out. Here's LaRouche now, and behind the net, a centering pass. Goes through the legs of Bill Height. Near side boards, Kelly fighting with Height for it. Finally, Perreault comes away with it. On the right side to René Robert, next Penguin. His goal mouth pass intended for Perreault. He was skated off by Stackhouse. Perreault sent it right out in front. Oh, and overskating the puck is Breitenbach. Here's a chance now. LaRouche's drive is high and wide off the glass. Karams all the way out to the far point. Keogh with a good move to keep it in. Smith gloves the shot and drops it off for Jerry Korab, number 4. And Breitenbach sends it around the near boards. Keogh trying to keep it in. He's jamming there with Martin. Martin is leveled by Kelly, who's going to get an elbowing penalty. Right below us, Bob Battleship Kelly will get the first penalty of the night as he put an elbow into Richard Martin. And so there's a break in the action. When we come back, the Sabres will have the power play.
You're the one.
I'm going everywhere.
Got a busy weekend planned.
Time's running short. And doing everything. But your breakfast can still be grand.
At McDonald's, we'll serve you fresh scrambled eggs and sausage, or our own delicious Egg McMuffin, nice and quick, leaving you lots of time for fun.
That was quick. Hey, and we're right on schedule.
At McDonald's, we do it all for you.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum in Buffalo, New York. Pittsburgh leads the Sabres 3-1. We have yet to play 5 minutes of the first period. An explosive hockey game. The Sabres on the power play. Gilbert Perreault hits the blue line, trying to move around Ochar. Perreault brings it all the way out to the point. Here's Korab's drive. Score! Wilson got a piece of it, but it trickled into the cage behind him. And Jerry Korab gets the second Buffalo goal of the night in the first power play of the evening.
Well, that was a pass from Perreault, as we can look at on the picture here. He gets it back to Jerry Korab on the right point, and he lets one go. And we believe Doug Wilson looked like he got a part of it, and it seemed to trickle in off his body. It's possible that he was screened on the shot. There was traffic in front of the net, and he may have just picked it up at the last minute. In any event, it's a power play goal, and it's Jerry Korab's first goal of the season to go with 4 assists and give him 5 points. We have a 3-2 hockey game, and we've only played less than 5 minutes, Sam.
Stanfield and Perreault draw the assist on Korab's first goal of the year. 5 goals in 5 minutes of the first period. Pittsburgh has 3 of them. Now the Sabres coming back for more. Ochar into the near corner. Got it to Pronovo. He overskated it. Here's a drive right on. It was deflected on. I believe it was in front. Danny Guerre got a stick on it and deflected the puck right on goal. Pens come back now. Corrigan too far for Pronovo. Here's a chance now. Corrigan moving in. Corrigan to Pronovo, and a great save by Smith from point-blank range. And the rebound off to Jocelyn Gabremont. Ahead at center, Guerre shoots it off the corner boards. Tipped away from Don Luce, and the Pens trying to get it out to center ice. Now here's a chance for Buffalo again. Backhander by Breitenbach, right on, caught there by Dunk Wilson. Quick outlet to Pronovo. He's jammed by Brian Spencer, who really jostles him around. At the far side, Jim Lorentz now in behind to Spencer again. Spencer's a fiery little competitor, number 21 for the Sabres. He's all over the ice. Buffalo keeps it in right out in front, and Ochar can't control it. He finally hits it off the boards back to center where Korab plays it over to Lee Fogelin. Now Fogelin at the Pittsburgh blue line, skating down on Burroughs. Drop pass. Lorentz has a chance. Oh, and a great goal mouth pass to Spencer. And Spencer's caught up in the net. He knocks it right off its moorings. And he's not too happy about it. He had a great setup there at the goal mouth and just missed on the goal.
Well, Sam, you're absolutely right about Spencer. He's one of those guys that's perpetual motion. He's like a toy you wind up out there, and he keeps going. Incidentally, the last time the Penguins visited Buffalo, the Sabres, and the goaltender was Jerry Desjardins, and he shut them out 6-0. However, he's been replaced by Al Smith when 2 fast goals went by him. Before the game was 2 minutes old. Pittsburgh has only won once in 16 games in this building. They have an excellent opportunity here tonight. The last time they won was when they shut out the Sabres 2-0 on February the 17th, 1972. So let's get one tonight.
Okay, Jack. 4 years ago, boy. Here's Savard. Pass intended for Lorentz. Stackhouse will be the first one to get there, trying to hold it for a face-off. Bayanchin and Lorentz right there with him, and they succeed in doing it. The face-off to our right of goaltender Dunk Wilson.
Well, it's very interesting what you mentioned earlier when they yanked Desjardins. They actually weren't bad goals that were scored on him, Sam, and it is a little hard to realize why he was taken out, but only Floyd Smith, the coach, knows.
I have a strange feeling in the pit of my stomach we haven't seen the end of Desjardins tonight.
That is quite possible. They can still put him back in. It's not like baseball where you take a player out and he's gone.
Exactly. He can come back any time that Floyd Smith, the coach of the club, wants him. Here's Smith with an easy save. Bayanchin after the rebound and a whistle. I believe a penalty upcoming to the Buffalo Sabres, but let's hold it for a second. As referee Ron Hogarth skates over to the official score and lets him know he's got somebody there.
I think it's number 21, Brian Spencer, who is going to get a cross-checking penalty, and we'll wait for the announcement.
There's a break in the action, and the score continues. Pittsburgh 3 and Buffalo 2.
The time.
Service between Pittsburgh and New York is important to United. So we do some special things for our passengers. One of the things that we do is serve Iron City beer, because we know that Iron City is Pittsburgh's best-selling beer. And we know that Iron City is a quality beer with a good, fresh taste.
Fresh-tasting Iron City. You can't get any better. Ask the experts.
Believe me, it's first-class beer.
If you're the expert, we're the beer.
And so Brian Spencer of Buffalo in the penalty box, 2 minutes for cross-checking, 6:46 of the period. This is a Penguin power play. Apps off to Pronovo. Back out to Burroughs, his drive, and it's blocked by loose, and Davey broke his stick on it. Tried to keep it in without the benefit of a stick, but wasn't successful. Now Burroughs will have to come back to the bench to get a new one. 1:25 remains in the cross-checking penalty to Brian Spencer. 3-2 Pittsburgh, looking for more. Pronovo to Stackhouse. Loose. Out there to kill off this penalty along with number 10, Craig Ramsey. Burroughs almost lost it. Now at center ice, it's Pronovo picking up the loose puck. Drops it off offside as Pronovo left it off for Corrigan, then went offside himself. And so with 1:06 left in the power play, the Penguins trying to get something organized. But Jack, in all respect to the Penguin power play, Ramsey is probably as effective a penalty killer along with Gare as there is in hockey.
They are probably the best tandem in the league, and they score many shorthanded goals, Sam, and actually they almost picked one off there when Luce came up with a puck and Gare went into the slot, but he couldn't get the puck over to him. But they are a pretty good outfit. And we noticed that Russ Anderson has taken Dave Burroughs' place on the power play. Incidentally, Pierre LaRouche has not seen much action on the point on the power play this year. He played a lot there last year.
Well, as you may remember, in our Atlanta telecast, LaRouche was waved out of the face-off circle no fewer than 7 times. He just got waved again tonight. He's having difficulty getting his stick down to the satisfaction of the linesman. Puck goes the length of the ice. Racing after it is Andre Savard. Penguins still have 50 seconds to get a goal here. Russ Anderson, the rookie out of Minnesota, who's got his first National Hockey League goal of the season here tonight. To Kelly, who also has a goal. Kelly sandwiched between Korab and Gavermont. Kelly has it, tried to stuff it, put it right through the crease. And Savard tipped it by Anderson. Back out to center ice. Danny Garrett was number 18. 30 seconds to go. Here's Kelly off his skate. And he leaves it there for Anderson. Shoots it into the Buffalo zone. Al Smith Got it to Height. Anderson in deep from the point into the corner right out in front. LaRouche back. His quick drive, and Kelly looking for a deflection, didn't get it. Here's Anderson. Side of the goal to Kehoe. Pass was blocked there by Savard. Now Gare and LaRouche go into the corner, and they whistle it dead just as the penalty time expires to Brian Spencer, and he comes over the board, so the team's at equal and full strength.
Sam, there are many people who think that Bob Kelly hasn't played well this year, and they feel that perhaps it was due to the fact that the fighting penalties have been eliminated. But when Bob Kelly plays it tough and goes into the corners, he has a lot of people giving him a wide berth, and he comes up with that puck, and he's been very effective tonight. And I was glad to see Kenny Schinkel put him right back out there tonight. He had benched him on Saturday night. He put him right back out there, and he came up with the big first goal.
Chapman's drive after the faceoff was blocked. Vogelin at the sideboards takes a jostle from Bayanchin from behind, and they freeze the puck when Robert gets into it, along with Ronnie Schock, the captain of the Pens. As I mentioned earlier, Schock, if he looks strange to you tonight, wearing a helmet, I don't remember ever, Jack, in all his years.
Well, I'm not sure why he's wearing it, but there was a serious injury, which we'll talk about later on, Sam.
That happened in the other league, and
right.
It may have filtered down through this league. People start thinking when they hear about things like that.
Absolutely right.
Here's Schock doing some good work in the corner. Lost the puck to Perreault. This is a magnificent hockey player that you're having a chance to watch tonight. Number 11, Gilbert Perreault. Skates like the devil, handles the puck as well as anybody in the game. Here's Robert. Clear sailing. His drive, and a pad save by goaltender Dunk Wilson, and a good one at that. Burroughs trying to get out of his own end, loses the puck to Richard Martin. Right back to Perreault. In over the blue line. Tried to leave it off for Martin. Burroughs took him out of the play, and now Ochar has the loose puck. 10:25 to go first period. Pittsburgh 3, Buffalo 2. Now Martin turns back the other way. And Floyd Smith, as you note, has put his veteran high-scoring line against the rookie Blair Chapman and the relatively green Wayne Bayanchin tonight, with the veteran Ron Schock at center. Ochar back to play a loose puck. No icing called. He has trouble controlling. Now sends it back to Bayanchin. He just shot it out in front. Here's a chance for Rick Martin. Martin spins his drive, blocked by Burroughs, comes to Perreault. In the corner, back out to the point. Gavermont sends it all the way around behind the net. Near side boards. Here's Breitenbach. Into the corner. They dig there. Robert's in there. Puck is still loose and finally bounces out to center ice. Breitenbach, number 23, gives it to Perreault. Moves right out in front. Here's his drive. Hit the goalpost. Martin's inside. Puck is still loose. And the play finally whistled down, and how the Sabres didn't put it in, I'll never know.
Sam, I think they hit the post twice on the same play, and I think it was Perreault both times. I don't know whether we're going to get a look at it. Yes, we are. Here's Perreault comes in the first time. He shoots it. You can see it hit the right post. Now the rebound comes out. There he goes again. And I think that Dunk Wilson got a piece of it on the second rebound. Then Richard Martin almost put it in. A very dangerous line, the French connection.
Savard winning the draw on the Pittsburgh end. A shot by Breitenbach. Comes to Lorentz. His shot is blocked by Anderson. Now Apps trying to dump it out. Kept in by Breitenbach. Cleared away by Stackhouse in front and sent down the ice. And when the Sabres touch it, Jocelyn Gavermont, icing will be called against the Pens with 9:07 to go first period. Pittsburgh 3 and Buffalo 2.
We all recognize the seriousness of inflation, particularly those who have a fixed income. 2 years ago, inflation was 12 to 13%. It's now between 5 and 6%. That's still too high, but it's going down. And if we can win the battle against inflation, it'll be good for everybody, but particularly helpful to our senior citizens.
Now after the faceoff, the puck in center ice. Stackhouse back into his own zone. Gives it off to Pronovo, who's on with Apps and Corrigan. Stackhouse sends Pronovo away on the right side. It's knocked down on a good check by Breitenbach. And the puck is shot back to the Pittsburgh zone. Breitenbach really put a hip into Pronovo and sent him down to the ice. Here's Lorentz trying to get it off to Savard. Stackhouse in behind his own goal. The puck goes. Now Anderson and Lorentz go in there. And Jimmy Lorentz puts an elbow up into the face of, or rather Anderson puts it up into Lorentz's face. Loose puck. Pens having a great deal of difficulty getting the puck out of their own end. And they finally tie it up for a face-off at the near boards with 8:10 to go first period.
Sam, on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Boston Bruins are leading the New York Rangers in Madison Square Garden, New York. Shepard from O'Reilly and Marcotte. The Bruins won, Rangers no score. The Minnesota North Stars are playing at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto tonight, and the Montreal Canadiens are in the Chicago Stadium.
Now it's Don Luce against Pierre LaRouche at the rim of the circle. Guess who got waved out again? Jack, what's happening here to Pierre?
Well, they have the new rule where they got to get the sticks on the ice, and I think Pierre's jumping the gun quite a bit.
As we mentioned, 7 times in Atlanta, he got waved out. Quickly, his shot hit his skate. Played in the corner by McAdam. Tipped away by Kehoe. Now Don Orey, who I believe is making his first appearance on the ice tonight. Second appearance tonight. Shoots it in behind the goal. Stopped there by Smith. Jerry Korab starting out for Buffalo. Here's Korab at the red line. His long drive, face high. Wilson got a glove on it. Puck is loose at the side of the goal. Orey and Luce fighting for it. Vogelin's drive, and it's kicked out there by Dunk Wilson. Rebound to McAdam. Moves right in. Gives it off to Richard, who fell down. Now Kehoe and Kelly back the other way. The battleship tried to split the defense. Skated off by Gary McAdam. Burroughs tried to keep it in. Put it right on the stick of Jacques Richard. With Don Luce. Number 20. Luce's drive. Looking for a tip-in. Bouchard couldn't get his stick down. And the puck comes all the way back to the Buffalo zone, where it's played by Jocelyn Gavremont, the ex-Vancouver Canuck, and a former #1 draft choice. In fact, as Jack pointed out earlier to me anyway, before we went on the air, Buffalo has 3 former #1 draft choices of other teams on this club. Plus, of course, players that they have picked in the first round, like Schoenfeld, who's not in uniform tonight. Bayanchin scores! Wayne Bayanchin! His second of the night, 7th of the year. And it's a 4-2 Pittsburgh lead.
Wayne Bayanchin, who a lot of people said couldn't put the puck in the net, is leading the Penguins in actual goals scored, as we look at here. A great shot, and he gets it right by Al Smith. And that Wayne Bayanchin's 7th goal of the season in not yet 9 games. He was sent down to Hershey last year because he couldn't put the puck in the net. He seems to have found himself, and what an addition he's going to be if he can keep this up. He's got 7 goals in 9 games and leads the Penguins in scoring. We hope the kid has a great year, because he deserves it after the agony he's gone through with the broken neck, etc.
Ron Schock and Blair Chapman draw assists on this goal, as they did on Bayanchin's first of the night. Here's a chance for Buffalo. Martin knocked a little bit off balance, just enough so he couldn't get the shot away. We'll give you the official scoring play on the Pittsburgh goal in just a moment. Stackhouse pass goes in behind Bayanchin, and Wayne sends it in behind the Buffalo goal. Now Martin couldn't get it out. Kept in by Bayanchin, looking for a hat trick. Oh, and he just missed the short side. Chapman sent it out in front, and Bayanchin shot whistles wide again. Oh, this line is flying. Now the Sabres trying to get control. Bill Height, number 24. Dumps it off the boards, and it goes the length of the ice. Savard failed to touch it. Stackhouse to play it, and icing called against the Sabres. So with 5:55 to go in the opening period, the score is Pittsburgh 4 and Buffalo 2.
Busy day? Get away. Right at home with Brunswick Billiards. Work is done? Have some fun. Right at home with Briarwood Home Pinball. Change of pace? Here's the place. Right at home with Brunswick Air Hockey. Make your home a fun place.
This Brunswick 8-foot slate pool table is just $399 in all 7 Pool City locations.
After the face-off, the Sabres break down the ice. Jim Lorentz fanned on his shot. Don Orey helped to make that play go awry. Loose puck bounces out to Corrigan. Number 27, cross rink intended for Pronovo, and it's touched there, an offside pass from inside the Penguin blue line, where Mike let it go to Pronovo, the other side of the center ice red line. At this moment, the Sabres have outshot the Pens 12-8 here in the first period. A reminder that the Pittsburgh Penguin Hockey Club has approved the selection of announcers for this telecast, and the announcers are employed by WIIC-TV. Pittsburgh 4, Buffalo 2, 5:30 to go first period as Burroughs breaks out of his own end. In behind the Buffalo goal, Gavremont got it ahead to Brian Spencer, and he just dumps it out to center. Now Davey to Orey. Off the skate of Apps, picked up by Fogelin. Comes back the other way. His shot hits the glass in behind the goal. Pronovo Headmans the puck now to Mike Corrigan on his off wing. Good pass out to Apps. Still had to swing a little bit out of his pattern to pick it up. His pass blocked there by Korab and Lorentz. Still got it back again. Then he lost it to Lorentz, and Pronovo picks it up. Now Pronovo puts a good deke on Korab. It's pulled down, and a penalty upcoming here to Buffalo. And so leading 4-2, the Penguins will have a power play opportunity. Jack, let me get this official scoring play on Bayanchin's second goal before we go any farther. Wayne's 7th of the year, assisted by Chapman and Schock. The time 13-16 of the period.
2 minutes for hooking.
And here's a penalty call. We can look at it.
Well, we look at Pronovo come across the blue line. He's definitely tripped, and it looks like Andre Savard is getting 2 minutes. It doesn't look like it. He already has. He's there, kaput in the box for 2 minutes for tripping, as we look at Ron Finn getting ready to drop the puck between the two centers.
Savard for hooking. 15-10 is the time. Penguin power play, their second one of the year, first one of the night. Oh, and a pass intended there at the point to Burrows, intercepted, and here's a break now. Here's a chance for Luce, and he missed the open corner. And Jack and I talked about it earlier. Luce so dangerous when the Buffalo Sabres are shorthanded. He had a great opportunity there, but just missed on the far side. He's out there with number 10, Craig Ramsey, and what a great duo they are. Korab, killing time, gets it back to his defensive partner, Bill Hike. This is the second power play opportunity. A drive, the short side blocked there by Al Smith, who falls on the rebound. I said earlier it was their second, and I changed it to first, but it is the Pens' second power play of the night. The Sabres have had one opportunity, and they scored on it with Kelly off. At 4:14 for elbowing, the goal by Korab from Payro and Stanfield. So we've had one power play goal tonight and 5 with the teams at full and equal strength. Still a minute 21 to go on the Penguin power play. LaRouche against Luce. Won by Pierre. Back to Stackhouse. Blocked by Luce. And he's hooked to the ice by Stackhouse. No penalty call. Here's a chance for Ramsey. And they still almost got a goal out of it.
They'll call a penalty, Sam. He was waiting since Buffalo still had possession to see if they didn't lose their opportunity to score. And Stackhouse will get a penalty there, and he had to take it. He was beaten on the play. And that's one of those things where you have to take the penalty, although Buffalo still got away with the opportunity to score.
Well, if there's anything, if anything exists like a good penalty, Jack, that would be it.
That's right. That was a good penalty. And now the teams will play even for 1 minute and 11 seconds, and then Buffalo will have the advantage for the remaining 49 seconds.
Stackhouse for hooking, 15:59. It obviously negates the power play advantage. So the teams, as Jack indicated, will play equal now for the next 1 minute 11 seconds. And then the Sabres will have 49 seconds of a power play of their own. Luce against LaRouche. Drive by Hite, blocked there by Blair Chapman. Goes in behind the goal, or by Kehoe it is. He's out there with Pierre. Horry having trouble with Don Luce. Ramsey swooping down, trying to pick up the loose puck, and the play is whistled dead with 3:48 to go in the period.
Well, Kenny Schinkel has used various combinations of defensemen out there. He's had Dave Burrows on the right side, Don Horry on the left side. Right now he has Dennis Ochar on the right and Don Horry on the left side. We were talking to Dennis Ochar in the hotel